All right, everybody, we are back. It's the line, your favorite podcast, favorite channel, favorite everything. We are back. You guys already know what to do. Hit the subscribe button. Subscribe. Hit the like button if you like it. Hit the dislike button if you don't like it. Leave a comment if you like it. Leave a comment if you don't like it. Also, follow us on Twitter at the Mark NFL for me, at MHorn95 for Matt, and of course, pandasubs.com. Discount code TDL for 25% off as well. Hit up Homage for the code right there. It's QR code Homage, right? Get you some gear. Like I said, the Max Crosby shirt's back up, guys.
There we go.
Get you the Max Crosby shirt. Make sure you go support that. Get that as well, and then also support the tape. I knocked myself off instead of the thing. tapedontlie.store. Hit tapedontlie.store. All right, so me and Matt were talking about Connor Hayward, and I cut him off with the intro. That was funny. My bad, yeah. Matt. But
nice little teaser. It'll get people hooked in. They're like, oh, what were they talking about?
But yeah. Today we're doing Jalen Naylor, Kwity Paye, and Nakobe Dean. So we're doing a little.
Wait. Back up.
Pay is it Pay? God,
would you say Kwity Pay? Kwity Paye?
Pay?
Is that what you said?
Yeah, I said Kwity Paye.
I think it's Kwity Paye.
Kwity Paye.
Yeah, you come here for the film breakdown and to hear us butcher names, and we don't disappoint. That's for sure.
You know what I mean? There's gonna be some guy in the comments. Oh, is Marcus getting today's wrong again? Some guy.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
I keep allowing him to come back in these comments. All right, so Kwity Paye and Jalen Naylor and Nakobe Dean. All right, so we're doing that. We're doing those guys here today, and not much else is going on. We signed a special teams guy, Derek Young. Right?
Yeah. Well, It's funny. You remember when we were talking about it, there was one on our Kubiak episode. There was one play where you're like, man, who made that sick catch or whatever? And they were like, it was Derek Young. So there you got the guy that if you go back and watch the Kubiak video, who made the sick catch. So there you go. That's all the endorsement you need, right?
One of his 2 catches last year.
Yeah, and it was a sick one.
It was nice. It was a nice catch. And then Connor Hayward, you got a fullback. I haven't dug into the Connor Hayward film. I did see Ted Gwynn say that he was excited when he watched the film.
Yeah.
So
what's funny, I remember a few weeks ago someone asked me about the fullback options, and I pulled it up on over the cap who the free agents were. I'm like, man, this is not a ton of options out there that I thought would fit Kubiak's system, because usually you think of the Shanahan type of fullback, you think of the Kyle Juszczyk, right? The guy that's kind of that hybrid type of player who can impact the passing game. And Connor Hayward didn't pop up because I forgot that he was originally that if you remember when he was coming out of Michigan State, he was the fullback hybrid H-back type of guy. So they had him listed as a tight end. But yeah, I think that was a big get for what Kubiak needs in his offense, is someone who can impact the passing game a little bit and block a little bit. Ironhead Hayward's son, so he's got to know how to run somebody over somehow. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and yeah, it gives him a little bit of versatility too, how to use him. You're right about that. And it's interesting because that Riley Noworski from Indiana is basically the same guy, right? They're the same guy. So
the same size too.
Yeah, the same size. So you wonder. I think Noworski's a little faster than he is. So you wonder if that's still a guy that they might draft later on in the draft. Yeah. I don't know. I think Noworski's film's pretty good. I don't think he's going to last all the way to the 7th. So I think somebody's going to end up getting him. He doesn't really run routes or anything like that, but he's just so after the catch and blocks so well. Yeah. But yeah, other than that, man, there's really nothing going on, right? Raiders just went dead quiet. I'm hoping they sign some depth guys. I know they want to go all 27 and younger, but man.
Yeah, they do need some depth, but I do feel part of it was when you go when Monday you think you have $30 million more of cap space than you end up having. It's all right, well, now we got to figure out a new plan and kind of go from there, because it did seem they were signing handing out some big contracts right off the back, and then all of a sudden the Ravens trade the Ravens back out of the trade, and it's well, we're glad to have Max back, but now we got to figure out how we're gonna manage the cap a little bit more than what we thought we had going into it. So because $30 million, especially when we're talking about depth guys, that's a ton of players right there that you can get. So I think that was part of it why it slowed down, because it picked back up on Friday when I think they recalibrated and see how this next week goes, where I think you can still find decent role players at this stage.
Yeah, man. It's just interesting. Side note, I just want to say, this is just a side note. I was just thinking about this before we started the show. I don't think there's a top 10 tackle in this class that should go in the top 10. That's just a random thought. It was just popped in my head. And I just wanted to share
it. In the draft class or in the
the draft class? I don't think
it's pretty bad. It's not very good. Like, I feel like that's part of the reason why like a guy like Monroe Freeling like came out, because he has like a ton of potential. But like if you watch his tape, it's not good. Like he's a great traits guy, but he can come out in this class and potentially be OT1 because it's not very strong. Especially if you can play left. I mean, you think about it, the two of the best tackles right now are Fano and Maui Goa, both of whom played on the right side and might be moving to guard.
Yeah, they're guards. They're both
yeah. So
just say like
bode well for the tackle.
It's just random because we got to talk about anything else. He hit it short, might go top 15. And I watch it because they're so desperate for tackles. And like he's probably
another guy too that's super athletic and has a lot of upside. Where again, in a weak tackle class, maybe that's the guy you bet on. So
yeah, random thought, guys. So I know I'm getting back in draft mode because free agency slowed us down. Yeah. All right. Anyways, free agents today. So Nakobe Dean, Jalen Naylor, and Kwity. What is it?
Pay.
Kwity Paye. I'm gonna make sure I was gonna say Pie again, and I stopped. So what are your thoughts on Paye and Dean?
Yeah, so with Paye, I'll start with him. When I watched his film from this past season, I was a little bit like less excited about him and his prospects like going forward. I kind of view him similarly to Quay Walker, where like you see the athletic potential, you see like the physical traits and all that, and he's really strong. I will say he's a strong run defender. I think he can be a good edge setter on the opposite side of Max Crosby in that facet of the game. But as a pass rusher, at least this past season, he's pretty underwhelming. And like I know he's had like the 8 sacks in 2023 and 2024, and that was like that's more encouraging to see. I haven't gotten a chance to go back to the 2024 tape, which I know you have, Marcus, and said looked a lot better. But my concern with Paye is that he's never had more than 40 pressures in a season, which I'm not like it's not like a huge threshold or anything like that, but like that typically tells me that you're just not a consistent winner. And like you look at this past season, like I put in all 4 of his sacks from this past year, and we'll notice a common thread with all 4 of them there, or at least 3 out of 4 of them. They're not exactly high quality sacks or anything like that. But again, I think there is some potential with him. I mean, the guy's 260, runs a like 4.6 or whatever, 40, right? Like and whatnot, and has 33-inch arms, hit 36 reps on the bench press. Like there's reasons to believe in him. But again, when you almost view him more like a draft prospect, where like, yeah, he's young, he's raw, and there's potential there, but it's not quite there yet. So that's where I'm kind of cooling off on that signing. Getting him at $16 million a year is not the most thrilling, but if you can feel like Rob Leonard can like reach into that potential, and like Rob Leonard has done with a few other guys in the past, like a Clevon Chason is another great example of who Leonard was able to like make something out of, and Chason's doing pretty well these days. So then I think you can justify like giving him that kind of money and giving him and seeing what he can do in your system, because there is potential there. It's just untapped potential at this point.
Yeah. And
with Dean, it is similar in that like I think Dean's coming off a down year. If you go look at his PFF grades, like he had the worst run defense grade of his career, like significantly, like it almost got cut in half from last year. Big part of that is missed tackles. He only had 10, but when you factor in the fact he only played half the season, that's where that comes in. And like he had a 14.5 missed tackle rate last season. That was the highest of his career. So that part concerning me. It was kind of un-Nakobe Dean like, just going back to his Georgia days, where he doesn't usually, or wasn't a like huge liability when tackling. And what I will say is 7 of them came in back-to-back weeks in a bad 2-week span.
Yeah.
So there's at least that you can hang your hat on. But what I like about Dean is like, I feel like he can be like the jack of all trades type of linebacker. Like he is a good run defender. Normally, again, year before he had an 82.5 a run defense grade, and he played the whole season, played the whole regular season, I should say. And then on top of it too, like I think in coverage, he's really good at clicking and closing, and that he's a lot smarter in coverage. That being said, we'll look at a couple. I went back and watched the Chargers game because I was curious about how he gave up so many yards. Did have a couple coverage busts in that one, but for the most part, like he's in the right spot coverage wise, and he like does a good job of getting depth. And on top of that, he can close, which is what you want out of your linebackers. And as a pass rusher, he's pretty damn impressive. Like this past season, that was where I was like the most impressed with him when he would blitz. Like he had a couple reps where he just blew up running backs and just overpowered them to go get sacks, and got a couple strip sacks at that. And I think it was ESPN's like their stats thing that they said he had the highest like sack rate of any player in like the league last season. So I think you saw that a lot on tape. I mean, to put in perspective, we're talking about Kwity Paye having 4 sacks, and Nakobe Dean had 4 sacks last year, and he only rushed the passer 35 times, 12 pressures on 35 pass rush snaps. That's a pretty good conversion rate right there. And part of it's him being able to close on quarterbacks and take advantage of like blitz of like a well-timed blitz. Another part of it is him literally just running over running backs. He had one against Josh Jacobs that was pretty damn impressive that we'll take a look at. So that's the thing with Paye. Again, another guy that's more potential and just kind of untapped potential. With Nakobe Dean, coming off a down year, and of course the injuries are the biggest issue with him and keeping him on the field. But I do think you can get like a jack of all trades, a type of linebacker who can do a lot of things for you and just never has to come off the field. And on top of it too, I think he's a smart guy that can wear the green dot for you. This past year, he didn't wear it because he was injured to begin the season. But in the past, he's worn it for the Eagles, I'm pretty sure.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Cause I had to watch both those guys just for, just so I don't sound like an idiot when I do my radio spot. So, I agree with both of them, especially, Paye is just like, I don't know if it was like Gus Bradley, maybe, because Gus Bradley doesn't care about playing around. He's just like, go, right?
Just get up the field. Yeah.
Go. So I don't know, like maybe that had something to do with it. But it was like, it felt like that he was just slower a little bit.
Yeah.
So it was weird. And that's why I wanted to go back and see it. Like just, So
and with Paye, there's like, even sometimes like in some of the reps that I watched last year, there were a few times where he was like, I think able to like just get up the field and go, and like he timed up the snap and he jumped off the line. Like you can tell that the athleticism is there. It's just, he's just coming off a very disappointing year. And especially after the Colts took on his 5th-year option, like I'm sure they were hoping to see more from him. And that's why he ended up becoming available.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. They took a 5th-year option because he got 16 sacks in 2 back-to-back years. We wish Tyree Wilson did that.
We wish we'd be sitting here contemplating picking up Tyree Wilson's option. Now we're just sitting here like next. Like that's.
You know what I mean? If he had back-to-back sacks of 8 seasons, we'd be having a totally different conversation about this team, I think, So yeah, but that's just interesting. But yeah, and Dean, he just looks like a solid linebacker. He's just solid. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sure, would there be maybe some bad games here or there, but he's a pretty solid guy. Like he's got some great games, maybe some bad games. He's not like a Fred Warner, but he's just a good solid linebacker. That's what
for sure.
Yeah.
Good starter for you, and especially again if he can add the value of being like the captain of the defense, which I think he can, then that's even better. If he's can contribute on all 3 downs and be your leader and be your quarterback of the defense, that's valuable.
Yeah. And then so I did Jalen Naylor. I think with Naylor, there is some untapped potential there a little bit, right? I think he has some good route running ability in some certain routes. I think he can win deep. I think that's what they really, really like. They think he can get over the top. He does that pretty well. He didn't get a lot of chances to do that in Minnesota because most of his snaps are when Addison was suspended, because I think he's suspended for the first 4 games, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So most of his snaps were there, and then JJ McCarthy like threw the ball like 20 times a game. So you imagine where the targets are going in that instance. So you do see some good route running from him. I wouldn't say it's like overall great route running because there's a couple nuanced things that can cause some issues with like if a quarterback misses, right? And I think that's a little bit with him is, if you get the ball anywhere around him, he'll catch it because he has great hands. He doesn't drop the ball at all, but he has to get that separation from him. And he is pretty good against press coverage, but it's just more of the top of the route, like if I'm a good corner, I can kind of understand what he's going to do. Just because he's not
a salesman.
Yeah, it's with certain routes he does, but like it's so inconsistent that like he had a lot of interceptions last year thrown his way. Let's just say that. So I think he had like I'm gonna show 2 today. I know it's more than that. Like I know it's like JJ McCarthy and stuff like that, but the other one was like Carson Wentz. But yeah, it's a little bit instance of that, but it's just I'm not gonna say they overpaid him because like it's the wide receiver market. I mean, Alec Pierce got $28 million. So if I compare,
Alec Pierce $30 million a year.
11, it ain't shit. You know what I mean? It's like we're giving him pennies, right? But I'm interested to see what their actual vision for him is. Like, because do I think of watching him, and as people are gonna maybe push back on this, do I think he's better than Jack Besh? I don't know. I don't think so. So that's my thing. Like, what's their vision? Or like, who is he replacing? Is it Thornton? Is it Besh? Is it Tucker? Who is it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that was going to be one of my questions too. Is like, what does I keep wanting to call him Josh Naylor because I got baseball in my head too much. But Jalen Naylor, like, what does he bring that Trey Tucker doesn't? Is kind of my question. That was like my first thought when they announced him as a free agent signing. Is like, okay, but isn't that basically the same thing that you have in Trey Tucker right now? And I mean, I guess Trey Tucker's entering a contract year, and maybe Kubiak just likes Naylor a little bit better. I don't know. I mean, we'll find out how the season goes on. But I think like the one thing that you said, like that you brought up that kind of sticks out to me that it might be a little bit more encouraging is it's similar to the pay argument of like, can Jalen Naylor be more productive when he's not competing for targets with Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson, Aaron Jones, who can impact the passing game. And then obviously last season, the quarterback situation in Minnesota was not stable, to say the least.
Yeah.
Hence why they brought in Kyler Murray on the vet minimum the other day. So,
yeah. Well, I do want to say, I think that's kind of messed up because I mean, when I was watching it, I was like, man, he's not terrible.
JJ?
He's below average, right? He's below average. He's not absolutely god awful. He just got replaced. That's his first season. Like, damn, man, they got no patience no more in the NFL. They none. They got none patience. So, like, he wasn't. I mean, you're gonna see some decent throws in here. You're gonna see a really bad throw too. But you're gonna see some decent ones. You're like, man, hey, man, maybe. And they're like, nope.
It's almost like it's like almost watching a guy that threw the ball like 15 to 20 times a game in college, and it's like, wow, that's maybe part of the reason why he's struggling to be consistent in the NFL when you ask him to throw 30 to 40 times. He never had to do it.
It's like, damn, man. He gets no shot. They're just like, Kyler Murray, let's go. All right. Anyways, I'm gonna start with Jalen Naylor. That's good. All right, so I'm up there, right?
Yep, you're good.
All right. So we start off here with basically we do a comeback route on this one. So watch it. This one's he does sell this one well.
Mm-hmm.
So I really like this one right here. You watch it. It's top of the route. Boom. Hits it. It looks like he's hitting that go route right there. And it does a good job stopping right there. And there's not a lot of steps and movement. So he has pretty good change of direction. All right.
Yeah.
Good, nice little catch there. And Carson Wentz. So I mean, that's so you see there is some nuance to his route running. So like let's say like there is something there, right? I like this one too. This one kind of shows he is very physical too. Like he's kind of a bigger guy. I know he's only about 6 foot 190, but like I feel like he's a little definitely more. He hits the weight room. Let's just say that
yeah.
he's pretty bigger. Big. Yeah, he plays bigger, right? And what I like about this one is that they're playing cover 5 here, a cover 2 man. If you're a Madden player, and you see right here, 26, which is Nashawn Wright, I believe, is going to be in trail here. He's going to be in trail, so he's expecting help over the top. And what I like about this one is he got his eyes forward, which kind of moves his safety over, and then he hits it, right? Which keeps when this guy's in trail, he can't stay in front of it because he's expecting help, and then it ends up being too late. The safety's totally confused, and that's why Ja'Quan Brisker went for 1 year, $5 million. You can see on this rep.
Is he a robber? Maybe. Yeah.
No. He's supposed to be helping. You see it. He's supposed to be helping. You can even see it after. He's like, oh. Maybe he is Robert. I don't know. Maybe he's just worried about Justin Jefferson, I think.
Yeah. I mean, either way, he should be taking the guy running across the field.
If you're asking, like, why did we sign Brister? I think this is they're watching Jalen Naylor films, like, ooh.
They watched him run right across his face for an explosive play.
All right. So the next one here, this is another good route. Like, it's probably one of his better routes on this one. So this is a lot of this is Kevin O'Connell, but I think Kubiak is a great play caller and can set up things like this too, because it looks like are in man to man here, right? And they got a kind of a blitz coming, and just the release package kind of gets it set up that he's getting a 1-on-1 on 33, and he got the outside leverage. But you see it here at the top of his route, he's still selling that go. He's able to kind of snap out of it, like right there.
That's route, yeah.
And it ends up being a nice route right there.
Yeah,
makes a nice catch to a high throwing ball there by Mr. McCarthy.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. There is some help with the play design, but he snaps that off to make it kind of count.
Yeah, exactly. Gives that separation there. Well,
it's a nice route.
All right, next one here. Now this one's just he doesn't get the ball here, but I just kind of put this route in here. Yeah, it's not a lot of targets, so you get this one in here, and it's another one of him selling it pretty well there, right? Now you could maybe talk about like doesn't have the same change of direction. Of course, JJ McCarthy threw an interception here, right? And that's why you got Kyler Murray coming in, but. He probably should have threw it to Naylor. I mean, Naylor has a 1-on-1. He's got the leverage. Yeah. He's got to see this guy's a side turn. Naylor should have got this football, but you just see that the route running that is a pretty good route right there. Just selling it. Boom. Getting that separation there. Top of the route. All right. So here's another one here too. Another out route. What I like about this one too is kind of just like helping to, kind of set this kind of, this kind of design pick route. That's why I love Kevin O'Connell. It's got a little bit of design here, kind of sets this up. Does a good job understanding that, kind of give Hawkinson a little bit of room there. And then like he kind of rounds off this out route a little bit, but I don't know if it's kind of designed here. But he makes a great catch on the sideline here. Right there. Yeah. Great catch there. All right, on the sideline. See the backside.
Yeah. He rounds that, but what I like about it is he doesn't drift after like making it.
Yeah, he rounds it, but he gets flat, right? That's what I was thinking.
Like he might just be a speed cut type of guy. He might not be like super quick in and out of the cut to make like sharp 90-degree turns, but he at least stays flat.
Exactly.
To avoid biting that DB back. And
he gets his feet down. So tell you, from a 22-year-old guy, it's a pretty nice throw. I'm just saying. It's not that bad of a throw. I'm just joking. All right. So this is ends up being a touchdown here. Now this one, what I was kind of talking about, like, sometimes at the top of the route, especially with players in trail, they kind of do a good job of staying with him. He doesn't really give him too much here. Top of the route, I mean, it's a pretty good corner, Nate Wiggins here. Now, what I like, though, is how he's able to separate late here with his balls in the air and make a nice little toe tap catch there. And you talk about just the good hands here that he has. Because Nate Wiggins tries to find the football, right?
Yeah.
And he does a good job of just kind of separating from him late and making a great catch.
Yeah, that was a nice play.
So some good hands there at times. You know what I'm saying? No, I mean all the time. He only had one drop in 47 targets. So give him some credit there. All right, this is another one we're talking about, just him being physical, getting through things. Boom. Like I said, like you try to get your hands on him in certain situations, you're not gonna be able to do that. Gets physical right there. Right. And what I like about this one, I'm gonna get on him later on about this, but he does a good job of coming back to the football in this one and kind of boxing this guy off of here and getting that touchdown right there.
Yeah, nice play. That's a good example of what you're talking about, of playing bigger than he is.
Yeah, getting there because he's only 6 foot, but he plays a whole lot bigger than he is right there. Nice job getting in front of it right there, making a play, coming back to the football, helping out your quarterback, touchdown. Kind of felt the brunt of it though, but that's what you like there. All right, so this one's more a little bit of design, but I think he does a great job of selling it here, right? So he's going to end up be doing a run of fade here. It's a little pick, but I think he does a good job tracking this football. So this gets Marlon Humphrey. He definitely is not the same player, but
yeah, still a good corner.
Yeah, still good corner right there, and then nice little play right there, and you can see him get a little yak a little bit here.
Yeah, I like that. Nice play.
But this side can win deep though. You can see the deep speed. So he's got some speed to him. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what his 40 was.
I'm gonna look it up.
But he's got some speed there. Right there. Good job tracking the football too. Laid hands so they couldn't sell it.
4-5 flat. Kind of
really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Because you see it on this one too. Like this is a double move now. Now this is why this is another play. Why Kyler Murray's here. You see it, but because he gets wide open here.
Oh my. Oh JJ. 09.
And this is a good route. This is what I'm talking about. Why he can win deep though, right? If you see. Quick little stutter step, then nice little arm over it. His acceleration. He accelerates really quickly, and he's just off to the races. And maybe you could say maybe he slowed down a little bit. I don't know, but I think JJ is late too here. I think JJ got to get this ball up earlier. Boom. Well, maybe not. I think he just missed it.
Yeah, he just rushed it with his feet.
Yeah, and didn't get enough air under it.
Yeah,
but you can see the ability there. You can see it.
Yeah.
So, this is what I'm saying. There's something there, right? There's something there. All right. I like this one too because it kind of shows him getting physical again. So definitely this is something that the Raiders are going to do. I mean, this is a West Coast play here where you have him come into motion, right? And you have him coming right there, right through that gap. And he gets physical with please Newsome there and gets open for a first down.
Well, is that the insert motion? Is that what they call it?
Yeah, insert motion right there. Boom. So you'll be seeing that too. We'll be seeing that. All right, and he doesn't get the ball here on this one, but I thought this is another good route, and I'm talking about this one too. Because what I like is that you just see him kind of separate here. And I really thought he should have got this football. Right, but of course, we got to throw Justin Jefferson. You know what I mean? Whenever we can. Or actually, just Adam Thielen. It's not even Justin Jefferson. It's Adam Thielen. Oh, cool. But there's a good route at the top of the right here, right? And what I like is that he does it once again where he kind of sells like a post route, and then he gets that separation right there, and he's wide open for a touchdown. But Carson Wentz kind of just
Oh, Carson.
So he didn't get the best quarterback play. You're right. All right, next one here. Now I like this one too because you're kind of getting a kind of a setup pick route, but you can see him. I love how he attacks his corner head on, right, and then he's gonna break out on this one, right, and that just sets it up perfect for him to be wide open here for a touchdown. So I just like this one a lot. Kind of just goes right at him. Cuts it up, boom, touchdown.
Yeah, that's great. That was nice.
All right, and this one is going to be a little foreshadowing here, but this one's going to show off his hands, though. Okay, all right, because he won against Cooper DeJean, right? No, not Cooper DeJean. I was looking at the wrong guy here.
It's the white sleeves.
Yeah, it's something I don't know. Maybe. All right, and you kind of can see at this out route here. Right, especially with this guy having outside leverage, he tries to get physical here at the top. He doesn't get that much separation. Now this ends up being a bad throw, but I like how he able to catch this football in traffic like that. It's a good catch.
Yeah.
He's a good play there. All right, but like when we talk about like some of these things here, right? And we're talking about him at the top of this route. Okay. Because see him on the motion here. He's gonna motion over number 1. And he's gonna be right here. Here he is, right here. And this is what I'm talking about, just nuanced things, why he can't be like this dominant guy, because this and it's supposed to be end up being a comeback, right? You can tell how McCarthy's throwing this football, and he doesn't get deep enough and doesn't come back to the football and ends up getting picked.
He runs the comeback without coming back.
Exactly. And maybe it is an out route. I don't know. Maybe it is. I'm not sure. But yeah.
The way McCarthy threw that, I would think it's a comeback, but then again,
you never know.
Still not sure.
Still not sure. And like, same thing kind of happens on this route where this guy's in trail, right? And he's just kind of sticking with them. And at the top of this route, he tries to give him a little bit, tries to sell it, but the guy's able to stick with them, right?
Yeah.
And stay in front of him. And he's not able to get that much separation there. So the separation just isn't consistent all the time there. And you kind of see it on this one too. Right here. Where like if he doesn't sell it well, like he did that last time, right? And it's just nothing really happens just because it's a basic route. And I mean, this is excellent trail technique. This is like picture perfect by James Pierre. This is like textbook. I mean, you really can't coach it better than this. How to play trail technique, because he like lets him pass. He understands it's not gonna be an out route. I mean, it's really filmed, in my opinion, but he doesn't sell it very well either.
Yeah,
and ends up being a pick. So, yeah, I mean, just like I said, there's some things to like there and here and there. It's just like I don't know how much upside he like brings to the table to be like a number one. Like that,
right? That's what I was gonna say.
He feels like a role. He feels like a role receiver. Like he's a role player.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe 11 minutes a role receiver. I don't know.
We'll see. Yeah, that was the one thing that stood out to me too. Is like he's not the wide receiver one who I think a lot of people were hoping the Raiders were going to get in this offseason. I just don't think that's realistic, especially with them likely taking Fernando Mendoza in the draft with the first pick. So, but the one thing that did stand out to me too, and like we think about it, like he has experience playing for Kevin O'Connell, who also comes with a Shanahan McVay tree like Clint Kubiak. So we've seen him in this offense, like you said. I think a lot of the similar concepts that or a lot of the concepts that you showed, I think we'll see in Vegas with Kubiak there too. So I think that's part of the allure too, is like you've seen him do these things well that like in a similar type of offense. And again, won't have to compete with arguably the best receiver in the league, a great tight end, and another good wide receiver too, and a running back who can catch passes out of the backfield. But definitely some meat on the bone. But I think you're right. I think there is something there that maybe you can tap into if with a bigger opportunity in Vegas.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's get into some defense, man.
Sounds good. All right, you got me up there?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to start with Kwity Paye, and we're going to go over his 4 sacks from last season. Again, you're going to kind of notice the common theme here. I mean, I don't even know how many seconds this was. Let's see. Snapped is at, say, 2 seconds, 1 second. And the sack is at 6 seconds. And against the tight end. Yeah, coverage sack. Yeah. This one, I think, was actually the best sack he had. And this will be something I'll be interested to see if Rob Leonard takes advantage of it, because he's pretty good on stunts, and I think that's where his athleticism shines the most. Like you'll see, they're going to run this little TE stunt where 94 is going to attack the inside shoulder of the tackle, and he loops around. And what I like too is like he gets off the ball, and he's like first 3 steps are vertical. You can see that helps disguise the game. Like 76 Will Hernandez, who's a veteran guard, been around the block, doesn't even recognize it. And on top of it too, like once Paye starts to work laterally, like if you watch, like not only does he not lose ground, like he stays pretty tight to this 18-yard line, he's also going to gain a little bit of ground to close on the quarterback.
Yeah.
And that's where that's where that 4.6 speed comes into play, where he can close on Brissett there and get the sack. These last two, I will say they're a little bit better than that one we saw against the Titans. Like, does okay job here with the long arm here against Jonah Williams. But again, more than anything, that's a coverage sack. Actually, this one wasn't that good. Sorry about the film here. This this glare in
Indianapolis,
in Indianapolis is brutal. We talk about the Cowboys glare a lot, but that one's almost bad.
Ugly.
Yeah, this one was a little bit better. Yeah, this one was a slightly better long arm. Like you see, like he does push through like the inside shoulder here against Jawan Taylor, and like he does it enough that where Mahomes starts to step up and try and run through the B gap, he's able to escape and get the sack. But I mean, still, that's a cover sack. It's not like him winning around the edge or anything like that. That was pass rusher. Again, we get that glare. You can barely see him. Now he comes into the picture. But getting on to a few of his better reps, like I think you can see it on this one. Like, that shadow makes it hard. But like you can see, like if you can see, let's see if I can point it out. Like right here, like you can see like the end of it where he tried the cross chop. This is something I think that he needs to work on, or where one of the reasons why he hasn't flourished as a pass rusher yet. It's his use of hands to like knock Williams' outside hand down there on the cross chop is why he doesn't finish and get this sack. But you can see like the speed around the edge, a little bit of the bend there too, to be able to get a win, or at least what I would consider a win. But the use of hands right now just isn't quite there to knock that down and get that clean win and be able to affect the quarterback. Obviously, they still get a big gain out of that one.
Yeah.
Where I think he does have like a decent pass rush skills is with this long arm move. We kind of saw that a little bit earlier when I was talking about with on that sack against Mahomes. Now this one doesn't come as a pressure, but that's because Will Hernandez does a good job of looking for work. Like you can see, like he gets that long arm up, and that's where the strength comes in. Where like Jonah Williams just can't like set the anchor, can't get his arm set on him. That's where his arm length comes into play. And had Hernandez not been there, that's a sack or pressure. We'll see better examples of that coming up here in a second.
It's just to me, he doesn't have any bend, right? He's not bendy.
He's not that bendy for sure. The one I will say, the one we saw before was a little bit better, but still not great.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be another long arm here against Williams again. I love how we get like a quarter of the screen because like you can see this one was even better too. Like he actually wins on the inside. Like, boom. And once he locks it out right here, that's a good win. Like you see Williams, who does have shorter arms, but Williams is like grabbing at air. He's able to escape and ends up getting a pressure there. Then Brissett just spikes it into the ground. This is probably his best one that I thought he did last season.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. Anton going up against Anton Harrison, this time winning on the outside. And he just does a great job of placing it too. Like boom. That's perfect. And then right there, that's where you get that little snap back. Now Harrison's a little bit longer than Williams is, so he's able to still hold on. But like you can see, like Paye has the strength to push through this outside shoulder and shorten that corner for him, so he can make contact with T-Law there and force that incompletion. I think he got a piece of the ball here, or maybe his arm. Yeah,
his arm.
Get that pressure. Now I like this one just because part of it is he starts at a 3-tech. You can see, I guess. Oh yeah, it doesn't. Brissett gets this pass off, so it's not a sack. But like, but what I like too is like you see the movement skills again. Again, he's going to attack Hernandez, and then because this edge is dropping out into coverage, now he's got to get wide. That's where the lateral movement skills come into play because he takes a pretty good angle there to get wide, to get to the outside to contain, but also still work up the field and put pressure on Williams. And then there's that long arm again. And once Brissett starts to climb the pocket, he's able to break free and force Brissett to get rid of the ball. Yeah. Again, they get the first here, but we're not concerned about the Colts coverage scheme. That's another breakdown for another channel.
Yeah, for sure.
I like this one too because again, like you see, like how he's just missing with his hands right now, but he's able to convert it into some power. Now, ball gets out here, takes a little bit too long. But this is what I'm talking about with like the potential. Like misses with his hands, but he's still able to recover.
Yeah,
put Harrison on skates to get a pressure.
He's just not going to win quick, basically.
Pretty much. There's an even better one. This is actually probably Kind of one before. Well, I guess this is more speed to power. Again, this is where I think you see, like, this is what I'm talking about with, like, the athleticism, right? Like, he does a great job of attacking and then just, like, pivoting into Harrison to put Harrison on skates. But, like you said, he's not a quick winner. And that's a big reason why he didn't have a high sack total last year. I like this one, too. A nice little wrinkle. This is the only time I saw it, but I like this pass rush rep from him because he does a great job of just pulling this inside shoulder down and then just winning with that swim move. So, if he can do, like, I think this is probably one of the better ways that he has the most potential as a pass rusher, where he can use his speed off the line to kind of get tackles to open up their hips. And then he has the change of direction to pivot inside. Like a few of these clips, that's how he's been winning for the most part, or more often than not. But how he's going to make his money playing the run. One of the things I really like about him is, like, this is what I'm talking about with him setting the edge, and he's thick too. Like, this is a little pull lead concept where the Cardinals are going to pull their play side guard and then the center. And the reason why I bring that up is that makes it harder on this edge defender, because unlike like a counter, like a power or a counter play where it's the backside guard and or tackle pulling to come kick him out, it's the play side guy, so he has less, like, time to react to it.
Yeah,
he does a great job of once he sees McBride go down and go block that linebacker, he gets his eyes on the guard, gets his base ready, gets, like, braces for contact, and boom, survives contact, sets the edge, and gets involved in the tackle. So
nice play right there.
Comes in, yeah. Nice job setting the edge against a puller. That's difficult to do.
Yeah, it is.
I think he has another one later that we'll see even better. Oh, it's this one. Yeah, this one again. I think it's just a little power here from the Jags. Like how he gets low too. Like you see this guard's doing a good, making like a conceded effort to get low here.
Yeah,
it's lower, and again, wide base takes on the block. Boom. As long as we can stay inside the tight end, we're doing all right.
Yeah, exactly.
Ends up getting involved in the TFL too. More traditional sense. This one's going to be I think a little outside zone here from the Cardinals, out of their 13 personnel or their jumbo package with the extra tight end, Kelvin Beachum here against Pay. That's the long arms, man.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's like, the edge.
Yeah, just watch Beachum. Like, watch it. He just never gets his hands on him. He's like struggling in his hands the whole rep, and then that allows him to be able to make the play. Also, that's why DeForest Buckner's a stud. Loses initially, re-engages, and helps tie up that running back. Yeah. Sorry, I just love me some D-Buck. Point that out.
But yeah, hey man, I get it, man. I get
That's my guy right there.
Yeah.
This one, unfortunately, Buckner is not in the game, so he doesn't tie up the running back on this one. But like basically the same thing, just against Jonah Williams.
Yeah,
that's arms, man. Especially when he goes with that one arm or that long arm move.
Yeah,
look, Williams, he's not even close to having his hands on his body.
Yeah, this is going to do really well. Set the edge, man.
Yeah, set the edge for sure. Boom. And then this is where I think, like, if you're Rob Leonard, this might have gotten Rob Leonard the most excited, because if you've heard me talk about it before, like Leonard did a really good job of designing these like little run stunts here. That's how Devin White got so many TFLs. But like you're gonna see on this one, the reason why I back this up so much is watch his inside hand here. Like taps his butt right there. He's telling, I'm 90% confident that he's telling the safety here that whatever they had on, or whatever game they have on is what they called in the huddle is on. Like you can see the safety that adjusts and goes outside. And boom. And I also like this, like what I was talking about too with the pass rush stunt. First step is forward, so that's going to get Harrison to attack him and get Harrison's momentum going this way and a little bit towards the sideline. And then boom, he just has the quickness. Yeah. And the change of direction, nice little rip move, make Harrison miss, go get a TFL.
It's nice. Yeah, that's where you see the quickness, man. You kind of wish you see that more in a pass rush. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating about him too. This last one's kind of just more of a one-off, but just a nice play here against the screen. I think you see a little bit of the athleticism too for a defensive end and edge, stand-up outside linebacker, all the same thing at this stage. Like, just pretty quick to recognize the screen, and then boom. Once he recognizes it, flat down the line, gets involved in the TFL. Nice little tackle in space for a front guy.
Yeah.
A little breakdown. There we go.
I mean, it's insane.
Get that quick guy down. There we go. Hold on one second.
Okay.
All right. All right.
Okay.
So moving on to Nakobe Dean, I'm gonna start with a few of what he does best, or playing the run. I guess what I should say he does best in the past. One of the things I like about him is he's pretty he knows when to attack downhill, when to shoot gaps here. Like this one, he's not going to make the tackle, but you can see once he recognizes that it's an inside zone away from him, and this A gap opens up, he shoots that gap, and he has an opportunity to just force Jacobs to cut back, and Jacobs ended up cutting back and into the unblocked edge defender. Be a common theme here with a few of these clips.
Yeah, he's just quick as hell. That's all I noticed.
He's quick. He can crash downhill for sure. Got some speed. This time going up against Bradley Bozeman, who I know is not a very good center for the Chargers, but you can see again, just crashes downhill. Does a good job getting skinny, using a little rip move to reduce the surface area that the center has to block. Ends up beating the block. And now we see a little bit of strength and just rip Vidal down, who I know is not the biggest back, but see a little bit of the tools that Nakobe Dean has.
Yes, it's insane.
This one, obviously, this is where I'm talking about with the missed tackles, where obviously you want to see him make that play, but once he reads it, once he sees this gap open, he shoots. He's got good speed too. Just got to bring our feet with us on this tackle attempt.
And Josh Jacobs is a hard tackle. He's a hard tackle.
He is. That
He's
is
a hard
sure.
tackle. Being fair.
For sure. No doubt. This to me, this was my best example, the best example I have of his instincts, I think, because you're going to see the Chargers try and get tricky with it a little bit. They're going to show an inside zone or a zone blocking scheme up and with the front. But then if you watch their splitter, instead of just splitting and cutting or kicking out the end, it's basically just going to be a wind back wham where they leave the three technique. And the reason why I say that is if you watch Dean, originally he's going to flow. But once he recognizes this split, the wham block coming, I feel like this was something they saw in film or something like that the Chargers do, because he recognizes it, changes his path, and ends up beating that. Was that the center? Bradley Bozeman again. And end up getting in some penetration and getting involved in the tackle there. So just a nice little heads up play that was designed to put him out of position.
Yeah.
I mean, same type of stuff there. Here again, once he recognizes it, little ISO play, it looks like here. Good job taking on the block from Matlock, who's a 300-pound former defensive tackle, I should even say. Just shucks that and then ends up getting involved in the tackle. I think we got one more. Two more, actually. This is similar to the Chargers clip I showed with the just adjusting on the fly. You can see this one is clearly a little outside zone call from the Packers, and with 63 Rasheed Walker coming up to block him. And he's flown with the play originally, but then he kind of just recognizes, hey, we got a lot of clutter going this way. And on top of it too, I think is that Jalen Carter? No, that's Ojimo. Ojimo beats his block. So he just kind of adjusts his path. He's like, look, I don't need to keep flowing because the play's going to cut back. And he ends up getting involved in the tackle here. Does a nice job of making Walker miss and kind of using that to his advantage. Also, Byron Young, famed former Raiders third pick, had a hell of a game against the Packers.
I know. I watched this. I remember this.
He had 2 sacks, a sack and a half, that TFL there. I was like, damn, dude. Maybe they made the right pick after all. All right. One more. This is the other thing. This didn't show up as much as where he's making a ton of plays off of it. This is why I only have the one clip of it. But I do and I showed you guys this with Quay Walker here too. So I guess it's just speaks to how well these linebackers are coached up at Georgia. But just how quick he is to get his hands up, right? 50 Zach Tom here is going to work up to him, to climb up to him. And he just does a great job getting his hands up so that by the time Tom's reaching him and ready to block him, he's already got his hands on his chest. And then when Jacobs kind of tries to cut that backside, he's able to escape, get off the block, and go make the tackle. So something that didn't show up a ton last season, but I think it will more as we go on. Now, this is the few coverage plays that I was talking about where the Chargers burned him for about 75 yards in this game on 3 targets. And this is a good example of how to kill your PFF grade right here. Because like if you watch, like I don't know what he was thinking. This was a very un-Nakobe Dean like game just overall, even against the run, where like he's just, I mean, I've literally just like he like looks like he like froze, and then just doesn't pick up the back, and on top of it misses the tackle again. That's a quick way to kill your PFF grade on one play.
Yeah,
give up 70 yards, give up 70 yards, miss a tackle, have a coverage bust. So
yeah, PFF grade done.
Yeah, exactly. And this is not the one you're putting on the refrigerator, that's for sure. And then this one's another one. Like he just has a brain fart. Like it's just straight coverage break. Like they're playing man, and very clearly, I think is that Cooper DeJean. Cooper DeJean is expecting to pass this off and like take over as the robber, and he just doesn't. So, again, like if it was like I'm gonna back this up. If it was like Quay Walker, where like I was noticing that consistently, I'd be concerned about it. But this is kind of like this just seemed like a bad game from him more than anything. So, just want to put that out there of like. If you look on PFF and saw he had a bad coverage game against the Chargers, like this is what happened. Now, more than anything on this clip here against the Packers, we're moving on to more of the positive clips and coverage. Obviously, Jacob's going to pick up the first because Dory Jackson here misses the tackle. But I just kind of wanted to highlight Nakobe Dean's like range. It's like you can see like he's going to start here in the middle of the field. Jacobs has a little bit of an advantage over him because he's almost on top of the hash, or he actually catches the ball between the numbers and the hash by the time Dean moves off his spot. And Dean just does a nice job of closing here. Again, the Packers get the first down.
Yeah.
But that could have been a lot worse if Dean didn't have the speed to be able to close on Jacobs and force him out.
Yeah, he has good side-to-side speed. That's what I like about him, too.
For sure. I think we get another example of that one here. Yeah. This one, he actually does prevent the first from Jacobs. And what I like about this, too, is this was a 2-minute drill right before the half. He does a good job of keeping Jacobs in bounds. But like, again, you can see it. I mean, by the time Jacobs is catching the ball, he is still on the hash. Makes a nice play.
Yeah.
We'll say Jacobs is just got to go out of bounds here. But nice job by Dean to make sure he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of it too, like just more the natural like closing speed. Like his transitions are damn impressive. Like you'll see that on a few of these.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about a little bit. Like now he doesn't get any threats, but I like how he plays this where like he's keeps sinking. Once I see Love go to the check down, now I crash downhill and go take that, make a nice little open field tackle on Jacobs.
That's great transition right there, man.
Yeah. And it's consistent pretty well for him. Like you see on this one too, like no wasted movement against Keenan Allen here. Granted, Allen was already following, but like boom, 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 go. In and out of those breaks quick. Yeah.
Big hit.
Now this is where it gets really fun with the Kobe Dean, pass rush. You can see on this one, he gets the pressure here. Not the cleanest win, but for a linebacker blitzing, this is a pretty good rep where he just kind of keeps his motor going, keeps his feet moving, and ends up forcing Love off the spot. I think Love ends up walking into a sack. Oh yeah, I think was this one of Byron Young's sacks? Oh no, it was Nolan Smith's. Yeah. Byron Young's not in the game here. But yeah, if you ever miss Byron Young, go watch this Eagles Packers game.
Right, if you're pro Dave Ziegler.
Yeah. This is my favorite. Oh boy.
yeah, man.
Sorry, Jacobs.
Oh, man, yeah. He tears up running backs, bro. Good Lord. Jacobs is like, whoa. My bad.
On top of it, Jordan Love tries to make a bad play or makes a bad play worse. Ends up fumbling. I guess Dean technically gets a strip sack here. Granted, I wouldn't really give him one, but even so, it's just kaboom, like Jacobs.
Good Lord.
Jacobs doesn't know where he is. Jacobs, he's wobbling. He's a boxer right now. We're giving him the TKO. We're counting him up.
He's like, oh, what happened?
Where
I watched this. What is this, a Hampton here?
Ooh, yeah. Welcome to the NFL, Marion Hampton. This is called Pass Pro. Boom. Wow. This one was a legit strip sack. And Byron Young, recovery.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, again. Kaboom. Get the ball, too. This was where he kind of was the most impressive, I thought, last season.
Yeah.
Just blitzing.
Yeah,
you can see again. Running backs do not like to see Nakobe Dean. He walked up in the A gap. Especially Vidal's not the biggest dude in the world, and he just runs right over him. Boom. Yeah. Granted, Herbert does scramble here and pick up the push, but as far as Dean's concerned, that's
why Sam Monson voted him MVP right there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's good. If there's a clip to show why Herbert deserved the one vote, it's that one. This next one, more than anything, is just kind of a well-timed blitz, and it already disguises it pretty well, which I think ties to his football IQ. But what I like about this too, like if you notice, like he disguises it, it's like he stays about 4 yards off the ball, like in a normal alignment, and like what that does is, like you can see Bozeman here, he's got his left arm out. I'm assuming that's probably because he's sliding it left to account for these three front players or frontline players, and then that's what ends up allowing Dean to come free because the center turns the wrong way. Not the wrong way, but the other direction. Ends up being the free rusher. So that's Kwity Paye and Nakobe Dean for you. But again, I think with Paye, it's about tapping into that potential, similar to Quay Walker, where you can see it, you can see the flashes, you can see the bits and pieces. It just hasn't been all there yet. I think if he can get his use of hands down as a pass rusher and be a little bit more forceful with those chops, like that cross chop that I was showing you, maybe he can start converting. Maybe he can start winning more consistently and be a high pressure type of guy. But right now it's just not there. But at the very least, I think you're getting a good edge setter and a good run defender that fits well into the 3-4 type of scheme. And then Dean, he just be your field general, and I think he has potential to do it all. But I mean, as much as I love doing breakdowns on him, the biggest question is, can he stay healthy?
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, because to me, I think he's the best defensive player they signed.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. For sure. Right. He's the best. He's the most consistent. Like, I know what I'm getting. It's just, are you going to stay on the field though? You know what I mean? That's the scary thing with him. Is like, you know what you're getting. You know, Raiders have a legit linebacker. Like, probably the first time, like I feel pretty confident. He's like, because he's not like he's a dumb guy. He's a film guy. He's going to be ready to go. You can see all the elements of what's a good linebacker in him. It's just, man, is he going to come over here and then get hurt like week 2?
Yeah.
like we just goes out there, his balls week 1. We're like, oh my God, we got a linebacker. And then like he gets.
I mean, obviously it was more than the foot injury, but the Christian Wilkins were like the first few games, like you're like, yes, finally got someone, and then shit. Yeah, but yeah,
that's what I'm hoping with him, because I was watching, like, man, it could be really fun. I just hope you, like, please, you just got to stay healthy, man. I need you to stay healthy, Nakobe. I don't know what you got to do, man.
Like you said with him, like you can find plenty of clips where that you can sell yourself that he can do everything you want from a linebacker. It's just like, I mean, if it's not one injury, it's another. It feels like it with him. Literally, like I hasn't played a full season at this point, and the closest thing he had was 2024 when the Eagles won the Super Bowl, and he got injured in the wild card round.
You know, Alex Guerrero, I know you're not the biggest fan of you right now, but I need you to get to work, man. I need you to make sure that we.
Maybe that's it. Maybe we just get Nakobe Dean. He's just been eating too many tomatoes, and Guerrero is going to cut that out of his diet, and he's going to be. It's like taking stem cells for him or something like that. I don't know.
Something, man. Maybe he still loves the Georgia barbecue. He's obsessed with barbecue.
Maybe,
I don't know. With Alex Guerrero, we need to get Nakobe Dean straight, because, like, seriously, like I feel like that, like, out of all the signings, I feel like he's the most consistent guy, and like, the problem is just the injuries. That's really all it is.
It's Alex Guerrero and Deuce Gruden. We need to get our boy right now. Make sure he every injury prevention thing he can have.
100%. All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We'll be back to the draft, which I'm excited about. I'm really happy about that.
Too.
Getting back to the draft. Probably we got some more interviews coming up here too, and then we get some of these mock drafts coming. So really excited about what we have planned for the draft too. So but hit the subscribe button, subscribe. Make sure you hit up the Tape Don't Lie store as well, and we are out of here. Peace.